The reality is this: you are an entrepreneur who owns your own business, and it is your responsibility to promote yourself on social platforms. It is nobody else's responsibility. It is only yours. And if you are not doing that, that means you are not fulfilling the responsibility of an entrepreneur. You have to promote yourself on social media. You have to be not even willing, but happily putting yourself in uncomfortable situations and doing things that make you uncomfortable, because that is the only way you're going to grow. And creating video content is one of those things you have to do. And so all of these things that I talked about, like, oh, people aren't going to like what I say, or, my YouTube video is only going to get 2 views and no one's going to watch it. At the end of the day, the people who are negative on social media were never going to give you business in the first place. So who cares what they have to say? It means absolutely nothing. The moment I realized that, quote unquote, haters, quote unquote, negative people, quote unquote, friends down the street saying things about, what you post online, all that kind of stuff, they were never going to work with you in the first place. So why should you care about their opinion? That's a huge, huge, huge thing that was very difficult for me to overcome. But once I did, it unlocked this, confidence, or this lack of fear to just create and create and create and create, and not really care about metrics, not really care about, let's see if this video can get me 1,000 views, or let's see if I can, create revenue on my channel, or if on Instagram, if I can do this or that. I stopped caring about the results and cared more about the process. I started committing to really wild things, like I'm going to post a reel every single day, and stopped caring about, okay, if I post 3 reels and none of them get me a lead, then I'm going to stop posting. It took months of being consistent on social media for me to finally get inbound leads. It took months. And that's coming from somebody who creates content for a living, where I have access to a lot of resources that the normal entrepreneur does not have, like cameras, lights, sound, editors, people who can post for me, all that kind of stuff. And it took me about 6 months of being very committed. It's hard. I understand that. I get it. It is not easy to say, I'm going to not care about what anybody says, and I'm going to post. But that's the reality of the situation that you're in if you are an entrepreneur. It is your responsibility to market yourself, and you just have to get over that fear, and you have to start doing it. The best thing that I did was I committed to a 30-day challenge. 30 straight days I was going to post every single day a reel. I was going to post about 5 stories a day at least, and a couple of graphics here and there. So I committed to a total of at least 150 posts on Instagram, and I told people about it. And the reason I told them was to say, I want you to hold me accountable. I want to be able to say, like, I don't want to be able to say at the end of the month, hey, I did not reach my goal, because that would suck. So I made that commitment, and it worked. I ended up posting over 150 times, and I grew my engagement and awareness percentages by 3 to 5 times what I was used to. There are a lot of awesome opportunities that happened after those 30 days and ongoing. So now it's become a habit for me to create content every day. And I think doing something like that, committing to something dramatic and telling a couple of people so that they can hold you accountable, is the best way to go when it comes to getting over these fears, getting over these nerves, getting over these apprehensions that we may have of, not wanting to post and worrying what people are going to think, and being nervous and all that kind of stuff.